Hey everybody, welcome to La Cocina de Tavo. Today I made one of my favorite desserts. This is a Mexican dessert called Leches Cake. And typically Mexicans usually make this during the holidays or special events like birthdays, quinceañeras, stuff like that. It's a very simple recipe. You're going to love it. Alright, so here are the total ingredients you'll need for the recipe. I have here a 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And I have here a 1/2 cup of milk. I'm using almond milk, but you can use any kind of milk you want. And I'm using unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I'm also going to use 4 eggs, a 1.5 cups of sugar, and those eggs, we're going to separate the egg white from the egg yolk. We're going to use confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar, also condensed milk, 1 can, also some evaporated milk, 1 can as well, a tablespoon of baking powder, and some cinnamon to garnish. Confectioner's sugar, we're going to use a tablespoon, but we found about 3 tablespoons to be the best, and it's up to your taste. We're going to use this orange liqueur. You can skip that obviously if you don't want to use liquor. And we're going to use half of this orange zest and 2 cups of heavy cream. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is beat these 4 egg whites into their stiffened peaks. And shout out to Miriam Jackson. She's the one that's been asking me for this recipe, and here you go, Miriam. Finally I made this delicious cake for you. So yeah, we're just going to beat this until there's some stiff peaks, and we're going to add the sugar as well. Okay, we're now going to add the egg yolks one at a time. So just go ahead and put one at a time and just go and mix really good. Next thing what we're going to do is add half of the portion of the all-purpose flour, and then we're going to add the milk and then the rest of the all-purpose flour. We're going to also add the tablespoon of baking powder. By the way, make sure your oven is preheated at 350 degrees for at least 30 minutes. And then you're going to cook this whole thing for about 30 to 40 minutes until you can put a toothpick or a knife and it comes out clean.
a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata. Voy a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata. La 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 la, la casa del merengue.
Okay, so we're going to add the batter here in the pan. This is a 9 by 1.5 inch pan. You can also use a 10 by 2 inch pan. Alright, so now we're going to make the tres leches. We're going to add 1 can of evaporated milk and 1 can of condensed milk. So this has all the sugar in it, so you don't need to add extra sugar to this tres leches. This has all of it. And we're also going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. And we're just going to whisk this up really good till everything's combined. Alright, so it's been 40 minutes and the cake is done. We just have it upside down on a plate, and we're going to go ahead and put on this plate here where it has the rim kind of going up because some liquid will come down, so you don't want it to spill over. And we're going to poke some holes, that way this sponge cake can absorb all the liquid. Go ahead and pour all the liquid, the tres leches, onto the cake, and you'll see that it absorbs it immediately. So go ahead and do that. Alright, so now we're going to make the frosting. So we're going to add the other cup of heavy cream, and we're going to go ahead and beat this until there's some stiff picks, and we're going to add a tablespoon. We ended up adding about 3 tablespoons. You can do this to your liking. Obviously you don't want it too sugary because the condensed milk in the tres leches makes the cake a little bit sugary. And yeah, like you see, we're going to add the orange zest as well. So yeah, this is all to your liking here. So traditionally you can see that we made some peaks there. That's a traditional Mexican tres leches, and we're going to sprinkle some cinnamon. And yeah, you're ready to eat this. Go ahead, you can refrigerate this overnight so you can grab all the flavors, or you can just cut into it now. You can put the frosting on the cake around like 10 minutes after you start putting all the liquid in. It should be cold enough. If not, you can wait longer. It's up to you. But this came out amazing. Like I said, it's one of my favorite desserts. Tres leches is amazing. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.